Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Saturday, December 7th, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming to you a little bit later than usual because it is Saturday and I don't have work this week. I'm very excited. What are your plans for the weekend? How much stitchy stuff are you doing? Or are you like me, running out for not last minute, but for me, last minute shopping? I want to make sure that I have everything all set and ready to go, and I'm going to go out with a friend, hopefully get lunch, and enjoy our time. And then it's going to be pretty busy after that. I have, like I said in the last video, 6 appointments in 3 days. So I'm going to try and get some rest, but also get some knitting done. What has been happening is, since I'm doing these videos, which I enjoy, is that I'm not getting as much knitting done. I think last time I made this sweater, the Wasabi sweater from Custom Knits 2, designed by Wendy Bernard, in 2 weeks. For me, that was a plus size. And here I am working on my daughter's medium sweater that I started over Thanksgiving break. No, it was before that. It was the week before. Been 2 weeks. And I'm working on the arms. But don't forget, I had 4.5 days off for Thanksgiving. So it's definitely taking more time out of my day. So a little bit of time sitting, knitting, watching my favorite shows, maybe listening to the new Wicked album that I bought, and just enjoy some downtime for myself. It sure has been stressful. So my idea is, if I get this Wasabi sweater done for my daughter this weekend, which I think is definitely a possibility, is to, instead of making my blue Wasabi sweater, which I'm sure I can knit up pretty quickly, I'm going to challenge myself doing some color work with a stranded motif sweater. I have to pick between 4 patterns that I like. They all run about $8 to $9 a piece per pattern, so it's not like the price point is putting me over the edge. But essentially, I am going to be using Knitwerks Alpaca Cloud Lace Weight yarns. Yellow is going to be the main body color. I'm going to use 2 strands held together. And then for the color work motif, it's this dark blue alpaca cloud in the Darcy colorway. I may look a little bit like the flag of Sweden, but that's okay. I love the 2 colors and I love them together. I'm trying to decide, the designs are all pretty similar. They're pretty geometric, if that makes any sense. So hard corners, things like that. I haven't done color work in 10, 12 years. This is going to be an interesting experience, but like I've said before, I want to work on my knitting skills. And this is a challenge in order to do so. I think it's going to take a little bit more than 2 weeks for me to knit it up. I've heard about some app that measures the time you spend on a project, and if you know of any like that, let me know. Of course, all I have to do is Google, and I haven't bothered to do that at this point. But it's time for my decreases. I am going to put that back on. Sometimes knitting and talking is harder than I thought. So, I'm going to post a video, but I'm going to do the SSK. I slip one, put both stitches back. Now they're facing the other way. They're a little twisted. Put the needle through both loops, wrap the yarn around the needle, pull through and off the needle. And I'm going to knit quickly to knit two together. What usually winds up happening is I do the SSK, flip, slip, knit, and my mind wanders and I'm knitting the row, I get back to the row counter and I'm like, oh my goodness, forgot to knit two together. So that is how quickly I get distracted. Working through the row, I am using the magic loop with my Hia size 5 needles. Pull this out, flip it around, push the needle closest to me in, pull the needle farthest away from me out, leave some room in the loop, and knit away. So yesterday I went to work and I forgot my knitting. So instead of knitting on my lunch, I went ahead and searched Ravelry for new patterns. But I was very sad because I was missing my emotional support yarn. I made it. Alright, here we are. So we're at knit two together, leaving one stitch at the end. I put the needle through both stitches, wrap the yarn around the back needle, pull the back needle to the front, and lift that stitch off the needle and knit one. Now, I am going to post a video with SSK and knit two together that is from my perspective. So you can go ahead and look at that there. Well, I am going to keep knitting for a little while before I start to put things away, because as you can tell, my yarn is still in the bed. I have some work to do before I go out and go shopping. But it's going to be a good weekend. Happy Catter Day. Enjoy your weekend. I'll talk to you tomorrow.